I read from verse 1 to 5. Then verily the first covenant had also ordinances of divine service and a holy sanctuary, for there was a tabernacle made. The first therein was candlestick, and the table, and the showbread, which is called the sanctuary. And after the second veil, the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all, that is Holy of Holies, which had the golden censer and the ark of the covenant overlaid round about with gold, wherein was the golden pot that had manna, and Aaron's rod that budded, and the table of the covenant, and over the cherubims of glory shadowing the mercy seat, of which we cannot now speak particularly. This morning, I want to speak that which Paul said they cannot speak. Hallelujah. The mercy seat of God. The mercy seat of God. In the Old Testament, there was a tabernacle, the temple of God. In that tabernacle, there was an altar. That altar is a showbread described in verse 3. A showbread where the priest minister every Sunday with the blood of an animal. Now, after ministering, he will use the blood and spread to the congregation for the remittance of sin. But once in a year, there was a curtain that differentiates the first tabernacle and the second tabernacle. In that second tabernacle, it's only the high priest that entered the second tabernacle once in a year. But if he goes there, they will tie rope. He will enter there. If he stays long, or maybe God have killed him. Because, number one, he will confess his sin and confess the sin of others. So if God killed him because of his sin, they will use the rope and draw him out. So the Bible now says, inside the Holy of Holies, there is also the ark of covenant. Inside the ark of covenant is the golden censer and the Aaron's rod inside, and the golden pot, and Aaron's rod that budded, that is, the rod can germinate like tree. Rod the loaf inside there. Then on top of that ark, there is what is called verse 5. Over it was cherubims of glory shadowing the mercy seat. There is a pot called the mercy seat. There is a cherubims. What is cherubims? It's among the 5 beasts which we are going to tell you. And they have 4 wings. Isaiah chapter 6. If you can get Isaiah chapter 6 from verse 1, it said, the day that King Uzziah died, I saw the heaven. Can you give me, man? Isaiah. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Verse 2. Verse 2. Hallelujah. Let me read it here. It's okay, it's okay. I'm going to tell you some mystery. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Upon which stood the cherubims, which each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covers his face, and with 2 he covers his feet, and with 2 he did fly. And the one cried unto another, say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is filled with his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with glory. In that pot is 2 cherubim, one cherubim and one seraphim. What I read in the book of Isaiah is cherubim, but in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse number 13. No, Genesis chapter 3 verse number 24. It is described as cherubim. What is the stand for cherubim? They are the guardians of the secret space, like the Garden of Eden. When Adam and Eve sinned, God drove them out of Eden and brought cherubims to guide the Garden of Eden. They are also guiding the Ark of Covenant. In the book of 1 Samuel, when the Philistines was battling with the Israelites, 1 Samuel from verse 5. Now listen. When the Philistines was battling with the Israelites, it's like the Israelites, they were losing the battle. So they faced the Ark of Covenant. And when they brought the Ark of Covenant in the battle, there was a shout in the courts, in the court of Israel, in the court of Philistines. And they said, what is it? They said, the God have come to the battle. They were afraid. So the Philistines encouraged themselves. Remember your wives. Remember your children. Be strong. And they fought. They fought against Israelites, and they captured the Ark of Covenant. They carried the Ark of Covenant to Dagon. Dagon was the gods of Philistines. They were happy that they have captured the God of Israelites. And and they kept the ark in Dagon's house. The next day, Dagon was bound before the ark. And they put the Dagon back. The next day, Dagon fall and break his head and break his neck. And not only that, they were dying one by one without battle. And they asked the priest, they say, it's the ark. You have to take the ark back, or else all of you will die. And they returned the ark. Who killed Dagon? It is called Cherubim. Who was killing the Philistines? It is called cherubims. Cherubims are like the presence of God in power. Cherubims are the protector of the faithful ones, the believers. Cherubims cover them. As you are listening to my word this morning, I ask that in fact you will have to discover who these cherubim are, because you don't know that they are here. You don't know what to carry. Hallelujah. They are the wisdom of God. They are the knowledge of God. They are the secret and divine counsel of God. They symbolize guidance. The cherubims. I've already told you about the seraphims. The seraphims are primarily focused on the praises and worship of God. The praises and worship of God.